And
Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video. Today we will be having our first official mukbang. We have eaten our videos in the past, but not officially. And
we haven't really had like a story time.
Yeah.
I feel like isn't that what like mukbang is? Pretty much you like tell a story kind of.
Yeah, I think so. Or talk to you guys.
But either way though, this video came about because I've been wanting to do this video, and obviously I didn't die. I'm right here, but I could have died, almost died, maybe. You guys will find out. I've been wanting to do this video, but we just haven't done it. And then I was recently talking to my mom, like very recently, we re-talked about the whole story. And I was like, you know what, we just gotta do it now because it's an interesting video. I love the story because I survived, obviously. That's the good thing about it. Either way though, let's get into it. Let's get the food.
So we got Wingstop.
And like, what do we get?
It's the all-in bundle.
We got the fries, of course. This one's like...
Calling your name. So the all-in bundle comes with fries. This is not sponsored. You get 16 wings. You get to pick 2 flavors and 6 tenders. You get to pick 2 flavors. If you want, you don't have to.
Here we go. We got lemon pepper, spicy Korean.
Spicy Korean Q.
Yeah, and then the fries, just regular fries, and then this Parmesan. I don't ever eat that.
Garlic Parmesan. It's not good. It's not bad, but it's not great.
And what is this?
Lemon pepper.
I guess we can start off with what fully happened. So I got in a car accident. It was how many years ago now? 4 years ago. And, well, I don't even know how to start this. So...
So we just started dating.
We were officially together?
No. I can't remember.
I don't know if we were... No, well, no, wait. Yeah, okay, so that part doesn't matter. We actually might do a video on how we met and all that.
We're either in the talking stage still, or he decided to finally ask me out.
Yeah, I don't know. But either way, so... It was so funny. All right, so for one, we worked at the same place. That's actually where we met, and like I said, we'll probably do a video on that at some point down the line, because that's kind of an interesting story too. But anyways, so we worked at the same place, and I didn't have a car. I got promoted to become a...
manager, key holder.
Key holder. I don't know. I don't think normal places call it key holder.
I don't think so either.
But what, supervisor?
Supervisor.
Supervisor type thing. And I didn't have a car though. So the boss, the owner gave me his van, not his work van, his family van to use to get to work. And mind you, I had to drive
a long time.
A long time. Like, I'm not from the Bay Area. I had to drive all the way into the Bay Area.
And you didn't just have to drive. You had to drive in traffic.
Had to drive in traffic. Yeah. What time we got to get there? 9 o'clock?
8.
8 o'clock. I'd have to leave around 6 something to get there on time. And then to come back home, more traffic. It was bad. Like 2 hours, hour and a half, 2 hours. Anyways, so he gives me the van. This is so crazy. So crazy to think. He gives me the van. At this point, we start hanging out.
Well, let me tell you. My grandma, I was telling her the whole thing on like how we met and this and that, and how he drives the owner/boss's van, and my grandma thought he was his son for the longest time. Even if I said no, he's not his son, like I promise you Matt is not the owner's son, she's like, are you sure? And like for the longest time she kept asking me, and she was just so set on him being his son, and she did not believe me.
So yeah, so we are hanging out and all this stuff, and then there's one time we hang out really late.
It wasn't really late.
It was really late. It was nighttime. It was really late. Because it was like midnight, but I was like, everything happened. I was so tired, and this would happen a lot. I would like doze off a little bit driving from work because for one, it's a long drive. You're in the car for like 4 hours, and then just an 8-hour shift and sometimes longer. So super tired, dozing off, and then hanging out after too didn't help. So anyways, it was raining. It was pouring.
But before he even starts with that, he had a phone, but he was in the middle of changing phones or something like that.
No, I had a phone, but I was still on my dad's plan, and he didn't pay the bill. So I didn't have a phone. So no phone really, because I need to be on Wi-Fi. It's storming, I'm dozing off, and I sleep, I drive with no shoes on. So
first off, he uses slippers and takes them off when he's in the car.
Yeah, so I'm driving again. This is like no traffic this house. It's about an hour and 20-minute drive or something like that to get back home. There's this crazy turn. I fall asleep apparently. That's my memory.
When we were hanging out, I knew he couldn't use his phone if he wasn't on Wi-Fi. And he was like, I'll text you when I get home. But He's driving home. He falls asleep when he's turning around this crazy turn.
So I fall asleep and I hit the intersection, or what is it? The
Center divide.
The center divide. I hit that, and I don't even understand. So imagine again, I'm in my boss's car. So I shouldn't even be out this late. This should be a.
And he didn't know we were like talking.
Yeah, he didn't know. So this should have been go to work, come home, go to work, come home, not
kind of
hang
situation.
out and do other stuff with his car. So
with another employee.
Yeah, with another employee. So either way though, I hit the center divide. I wake back up after I hit, and I'm telling you, it felt like someone was pushing me, because I remember this vividly, but obviously memories aren't perfect. But this is what I remember: getting just smashing like this. But nothing hurt though in the moment. Nothing hurt. Why are you laughing? Nothing hurt, and it was like slow motion. But I just remember going in and out, and just like my neck, like everything, like smacked, like literally, it was crazy. But what ended up happening is I hit the center divide. I guess I must have spun out a little, or spun around a little bit, and then I rolled up a hill, the side of the hill of the freeway. You know those thick? I'm talking about. It's probably like, I don't even know, thick wood signs that tell you like
how far away.
How far? Yeah. So I hit that, ran through, like smashed through that, and then rolled back down the hill. And this is the craziest part. I was literally hanging, because the van landed on the side, and I was driver's side up hanging. And I'm like trying to figure capture, or not capture, but come back to my senses here. So as I do that, I take my seatbelt off. I fall to the ground, obviously, because I'm hanging, literally hanging. So I fall to the ground, and then I almost start panicking, because it didn't register that I was just above. So I couldn't find the door, and I didn't realize it was below me and above me. So I was almost like panicking, looking around, like where's the door? Why? Like the way my body's angled, the way the car is angled, my brain is not processing how this is like set up right now. This is like Tetris. I'm trying to figure out how I could fit through something. Once I finally realized with the car's upside down, or not upside down, but it's on its side, I look up, boom, look up. I see it. I see the hatch. So I climb up, and I try to push. I remember the door being so heavy too. I opened the door, obviously, like a tank. Like I'm just getting out of a tank.
Sure.
Seriously. And then it was still raining, and I just sat there on the van. I just sat there. Like literally just sat there. And then 2 cars pull up. I jump down. The guy runs out. Is anybody else in the car? No, nobody else is in the car. He tells me to get in his car. I definitely said no, because I don't know this guy. He wants me to get in his car. I don't know what you're trying to do. Human trafficking is a thing. I was like, nah, I'm not gonna get in the car. So I just sat by his muffler because it was warm. Because I was freezing somehow. I don't know why. My adrenaline and everything, I should have been like not freezing, but I was freezing. And I was taking in all the fumes, obviously, from his muffler and all that, but it was warm. So he went over to check on the car, make sure no one was in there. I guess I don't know what he was doing, but nobody was in there. Once ambulance finally came, well,
do you know how long you were in the car before you got out?
No way.
So you could have been there for like a good few minutes.
I remember trying to go as quick as possible. Like, I don't know if the car's gonna blow up. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen. So I'm like, I'm not dying in this car. Seriously, because this is like, Paul Walker was just recent. Like, it wasn't that, I don't feel like Paul Walker was that long ago.
But also keep in mind, where he had his crash at, it's like where a lot of people crash at.
It's a crazy turn on a highway.
Like, you have to slow down and turn around. Not turn around, but turn.
Then the cops came. They put me in the back of the truck, the cop truck or SUV type thing. Asked me questions, this and that. Have I been drinking anything? Like, under the influence of anything? No. Even though I was.
Just high on
life.
life.
It's fine. No, but yeah, so I wasn't under anything. And the ambulance comes. They ask me, do I want to go to the hospital? I'm thinking, I'm not that far from home. I'm like 10 minutes, probably less than 10 minutes from home. So I was thinking, like, I'm just going to call my mom. I'd rather just call my mom, go home, but perfect. But then they're telling me, you could be bleeding inside, all this stuff, and now you're making me panic because I feel perfectly fine. I'm gonna take the expert's opinion and all that, obviously. So I'm like, fine, I'll take it. Take me away.
Take me away.
Well, not to jail. Take me away, to the hospital. So they put an IV in my arm. I'm laying in the thing. I get there. I'm soaked still. Don't have my phone, because it was somewhere in the car. So they must have flew around. I don't know where it went.
You never even found it.
Never found it. I get to the hospital. They put me in the bed. They checked me out literally for 5 minutes. Oh, he's good. Like, why did I even come here? They didn't really check anything. So they say I'm good. They give me my clothes back. Soaked. I put that on. Literally soaked. I'm already cold. I've been cold for the past hour. Freezing.
And at this point, just cut to me. I'm at home sleeping.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because it's late at this point. At this point, it's late. Like,
I was like waiting there, waiting for him to text me that he's home, and I'm like, okay, typical. Like, he said he was gonna text me. He never texted me. He just got home and was like, whatever, and went to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just like, whatever. I went to bed, and I'm just like, typical men.
so then I'm free to go, but it's literally like midnight. Everyone's sleeping. I don't have my phone. I don't even know people's numbers. I only know my mom's number. So I call that. I asked the lady at the desk. I call my mom. She doesn't answer. Typical mom. No, I'm just like,
She was sleeping too.
which she doesn't answer. So I'm just sitting there, like in the lobby. Just sitting there. I look like I'm homeless. Like, literally, pants got mud. Everything had mud on it because it was raining, obviously. So mud. I had no shoes, so I'm walking in my socks. Literally look homeless.
So you lost your slippers like you lost your phone.
Yeah.
Because why? Because you had them off.
Yeah, because I had them off. So anyways, I'm pacing. I'm just pacing. I feel like it's taking forever. I'm just hoping mom wakes up and calls back. She never does. So I end up seeing a cop outside. And mind you, it's still storming. And it never rains like this. Like, it rarely does, and it's storming. So I see the cop. I ask him, can you give me a ride? Like, literally to my dad's house. It's not that far. And he's like, no, I can't. So I'm like, okay, whatever.
Why couldn't he, like,
Well, he said I can't because I'm his partner or whatever, like something with the prison, because it's right next to the prison. So, or not the prison, the jail. So what I do is I just go back. I'm still pacing back and forth, trying to like stay warm. And if it wasn't storming, I could have just walked to my dad's. It would have probably took 30 minutes, something like that. I could have just walked there, but there's no way. Like, it's literally storming and I'm freezing. And it's not the safest city to be in. So I'm like, no. Eventually, what I do is I ask the lady if any taxis and all that take a credit card, because I don't know. I never used one. So she said they do. So I was like, okay, can you call me one? She calls me one. They get here. I ask the guy, do you take credit card? He tells me no. They don't take credit card. So I'm like, okay, well, I don't have cash. I was like, just take me to the nearest ATM, bro, and I'll give you, the money. So that's how I ended up getting to my dad's house. And I'm not even explaining this perfectly, but you guys just need to know the hospital experience was way worse than the actual crash. Obviously, if you guys will see the pictures of the car crash. It looks really bad, and that would have been bad if I would have got hurt or even died, obviously. But since I was fine, the hospital experience was so much worse because I didn't know how I was gonna get home. It was super late. I was tired. Like all this stuff. But anyway, so I get to my dad's, and then my mom's, I think he's talking to my mom. So she finally wakes up. She's panicking. This is what she tells me. She was panicking, and I can only picture her. I can picture her eyes, everything. Like, I wish I was like I could see her panic. I don't know. I just want to see how she reacted. But I can only imagine because the hospital called and all that. So she tells my sisters that she has to find me, and she leaves them home. Pretty sure she left them there to go to the city I was in, which is right next door. It's not a far drive, but. Yeah, so I'm at my dad's, I'm fine, and then she takes me home. I jump in the shower instantly, and mind you, I still feel fine. Nothing's broken, nothing's sore, nothing's anything. She makes me something to eat, I eat that, crash out, wake up the next day, and I can't even move. Can't walk, my whole body is literally so sore. It was insane how sore it was.
And I'm pretty sure this was on a weekday, right? Because you had to be to work the next day.
Probably, I think so.
Because next morning he comes, he's all sore. I wake up, look at my phone. Of course, no good morning text. No text at all. So I'm like, whatever, my day's already ruined. So I go to work, and he's not at work. And I'm like, what? He's not at work. And his aunt worked with us at the same time. I can't remember if he was supposed to be there early and he wasn't there, or he was closing and this and that, or if your aunt was even covering your shift or whatever. But she comes in, I'm there before her. And she's like, did you hear what happened to Matthew? And I'm like, no, he hasn't texted me all night and all day. Like what? And she tells me, like, he got in an accident. And I'm like, what?
You're probably happy.
Like, totally caught off guard. And I'm just like, no, there's no way. But there was a way. I feel like I was the last to know. Maybe she texted me. I don't remember. But Donna already knew. Bonnie knew, obviously. She's your family.
Well, Donna has to know. Because she's the manager.
But I just feel like I was the last one to know.
So yeah, so I missed a few days of work. I still went to work way too early though, because when I went back, I couldn't even lift boxes and stuff. The story gets crazier, or more gets added to it by me not having a car now, and I gotta get to work. As I'm just laying there, can't really move, can't really do much. I mean, I can move, but I can't work. So as I'm home, I'm looking up cars, all this stuff. Did I need to buy a car? I have a decent amount of money. I can get a car. So me and my mom go to Santa Cruz on the day that I'm going back to work.
That morning or afternoon.
Yeah, that morning. So I'm like, I need to get this car. I don't care what car. I just need a car. That's how dumb I was.
And that's how you got Bertha.
So that's how dumb I was. So we go to Santa Cruz area and we see this car, low mileage. Anyways, we just get it. Boom. Just get it.
You didn't test drive it?
No, we did. I mean, my mom did, I think. Not even me. So I don't even know. So I don't know. Maybe I did. I don't remember. But so we get it. And then I have to drive on Highway 17, which is a crazy, like it's very dangerous.
It's like
another one that's a lot of, you got to go slow, crazy turns.
Constant.
And if it's raining, it's really bad. So my mom was telling me like she's already freaking out that I had to drive that to get to work because I just got in an accident. And
wait, how did she? Oh, because she drove you guys there.
Yeah. So we get the car and I just pulled up. I just pulled up to work in a new car. Well, it wasn't a new car, but it was new for me. So yeah, it's just a crazy story. All because of you.
No.
It's your fault.
All because of you.
Oh, and you guys are probably wondering like, well, what did my boss think?
Wait, Bonnie, your aunt, she was freaking out. You have to tell him the truth. You have to tell him the truth. You have to tell him you're with Nicole. She was telling you that, yeah. Or she was telling me. I don't know if she told you, but she was telling me like, he has to come clean. He has to tell.
I forget kind of.
He has to tell the owner that he was with you and this and that because the truth's gonna come out eventually.
I don't fully remember. I don't remember if like he even asked really. He was more like, "Are you okay?"
He wasn't like, "Why were you out so late?"
Yeah, I don't remember, but I do remember him asking if I was okay, and you know I obviously was. And then his wife, when I got back, asked me if I was okay and all this stuff, and
because his car was totaled.
Oh yeah,
his car was totaled.
It was totaled. I mean, like you guys seen the pictures. It's totaled. There's nothing you can do, and anyways though, we try to go back and see like, okay, I need to get my stuff out of the car or out of the van. My backpack, all that stuff, and my phone wasn't there.
It must have like fallen out or something.
No, someone snatched it for sure because the crash site, the phone wasn't there. So where's the phone? So I lost my phone, so I had to get a phone, buy a phone. So I had to buy a phone and a car.
You balling over here.
I was apparently, I guess, but not anymore. So yeah, so that was a crazy story, and I'm safe though.
And when he got back to work, like I said, I don't remember him saying hi to me, but he claims he did. And he didn't even tell me anything about it. I remember I was so mad and so salty because he's over there in front of the store talking to the balloon girls, flirting with them and blah, 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 telling them all about it. She's like, "Oh, Matt, are you okay?" And I'm just over there in costumes by myself like...
You gotta love that.
Whatever. Like right now. And like maybe a year ago, but that was like the first time. I even told you. When you told me the whole thing, that's the first time you ever told me. The only thing that I heard from it was the bits and pieces that I heard you telling the girl.
That was a good side piece to have for the moment.
Sure.
Look how sad you get for no reason. On some dumb stuff. And she wasn't stroking my arm like that.
Oh, man.
But yeah, I was fine, obviously. And the crazy thing is, since I was fine, like I would go through that again. Just because I know, if I knew I was gonna be like same scenario. Well,
would you have done it differently?
Yeah, I would not have went to the hospital. Like, but then the story wouldn't be as interesting, I guess.
But then who would have taken you?
No, I'll call my mom.
With what phone?
Oh, with the cops, the random guy.
And she didn't answer at the hospital.
Then I'll stay right here until she does.
I'm not gonna stay there with you all night.
At that point, I might tell the guy, like, look.
The guy that first saw you?
To get in his car. I'll get in your car. But I'm sitting right behind you.
Why would
with the windows down?
What if he put the child lock on?
With the windows down. Put the gun to his head.
Sure. He can easily roll the window up and have it locked.
No, I'll block it.
No, lock it.
I'll break the window. I'll do whatever I can. I feel like I might be forgetting some like details or bits and pieces of it, but that's pretty much it though. So wait, what did you think when you first heard it? Like, you think I died?
Well, no, because I knew you were fine.
Oh, you did? Instantly?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was like, "Are you okay?" Because that's like the first thing that people always ask. I feel like it's human nature to just say it, you know. But
human nature.
Yeah. They say accidents normally happen a mile away from home.
Yeah. I literally almost made it. And that's the annoying part about it.
And that sign he crashed into, I assume it fell, right?
Oh, it for sure fell.
They replaced it.
Yeah, they replaced it.
And then like a few weeks later,
it got hit again.
And they never put it back up.
Well, they moved it. They moved it farther down now. So yeah, it looks like that was the hot spot for people to crash. And it makes sense. But I mean, you guys can see the picture. Like, you guys did see the pictures. So it was a pretty crazy crash. Luckily, I didn't get really hurt from it. I was just kind of sore. So yeah, leave a like on the video if you enjoyed the story, I guess. And also comment down below. I'm telling you, make sure to comment down below. Very precise right here. Comment down below and say, how could you, Nicole? Just comment that. because it's her fault that this even happened. And yeah, so comment down below.
It was your fault for wanting to hang out with me.
And obviously, subscribe if you haven't already, because we definitely appreciate that. But anyways, though, my name's Matt.
My name's Nicole.
I don't know if you, no, you can't see her. This is Oakley down here, but we'll put her right here. And that was a piece of us.